Today we are entering the mystical world of one of the greatest names in Sufism, Ibn Arabi. If you love spiritual journeys, profound philosophical reflections, and prophecies, you're just in the right place. Let's go on. Who is Ibn Arabi? Ibn Arabi was born in 1165 in Murcia, Spain, within the region of Andalusia. His father was an officer in the Arab army and had provided him with a good education from a very tender age. He started his Sufi journey at the age of 8, during which he claims to have met prophets in his dreams, a turning point in his life that steered him onto a spiritual path. In his early days, he had an encounter with great philosophers such as Averroes, which influenced his thought profoundly. Philosphy of unity of existence. What is well related to Ibn Arabi is his concept of Wahdat al-Wujud, meaning unity of existence. But what does this implicate? According to him, all beings are just reflections of a single existence, that being God. We all have the same essence, and each of us is a part of this oneness. This idea states that the universe and all things within it are all connected, which serves as a mirror to the presence of God in everything. It is believed to be a most significant and profound philosophy for Islamic thought and has been adopted by many Sufis. Ibn Arabi's mystical experiences. The life of Ibn Arabi was entire of mystical experiences. Visions and dreams were his computational knowledge, which served towards the spiritual dimension of life. For example, his leading work, Futuhat al-Makkiyya, was written inspired by mystical experiences. Through this book, he shared all insights into the spiritual dimension and revelations from Mecca. Both Futuhat Makkiyya and also Fusus al-Hikam were reported as based on a vision in which Prophet Muhammad handed him divine wisdom. Such experiences reflect his intense interaction with the sacred and his personal, complex, and deep spiritual journey. Works and legacy. His writings have made the most significant impact in the Islamic world, and to this day, his contribution is also felt in the West. His most important works include Futuhat al-Makkiyya and Fusus al-Hikam. Futuhat al-Makkiyya is a vast 37-volume work considered a singular brilliant exposition on Sufism, philosophy, theology, and metaphysics. Fusus al-Hikam, written in a shorter form, discusses the wisdom of the prophets. These works have not just left a substantial impact on the field of Sufism, but also left some profound effect on fields ranging from philosophy to theology. He was followed by his students and disciples, through whom his teachings were explained and spread further. The teachings of Ibn Arabi. In his teachings, Ibn Arabi speaks of knowing oneself and being close to God. The author likes to think everyone should reach their center for wisdom and happiness. The more a person knows himself, the more he gets to know God, bringing spiritual maturity. The concept of the perfect man, or Insan al-Kamil, is central to Ibn Arabi's thought. This term denotes an individual recognized as the embodiment of the highest possible spiritual ideal. Ibn Arabi considered it possible for any other person to rise to this level through spiritual work. His teachings continue to guide many on their spiritual paths today. Prophecies of Ibn Arabi. Ibn Arabi also made prophetic claims. For instance, he was heard to predict some future severe events and special occasions in various people's lives. One that is very popular is the rise of the Ottoman Empire and its conquest over Constantinople, foretold several centuries before. These prophecies led to an extensive following interested in his work and boosted his reputation as a spiritual seer. His prophecies may be disputable, but have in no doubt raised him to be venerated in the Islamic world as mystical and authoritative. Comparative analysis. The teachings of Ibn Arabi are unique and profound, essentially the most original compared with other Islamic philosophers and thinkers of Sufism. This philosophy occupies a significant place not only in the Islamic world but also in modern thought and philosophy in general. The philosophy of unity of existence, as presented by Ibn Arabi, has its roots established in the teachings of Hallaj, who proclaimed, "I am the truth." However, Ibn Arabi developed this notion more systematically and with greater detail. His teaching also supplements the learning of Rumi. Furthermore, his thinking has been explored and valued in the West, and which greatly influenced the thought of a vast number of Western philosophers. So here you have it, a little insight into the deep world of Ibn Arabi.